Hey guys, Coach Dave here with Honest Fit. And right now I'm going to go over a stretch for the soleus. So the soleus is in the backside of the lower leg. Most people think of the calf as just the only muscle. The soleus is a little bit behind the gastrocnemius, and it often feels like you're stretching the Achilles when you're stretching the soleus properly. So if you feel like you're not deep behind this muscle and you feel like you're actually down in the Achilles tendon at the base, back of the ankle, don't think that you're doing the stretch wrong. That's just where some people feel it. So I'm going to show you two soleus stretches. One of the reasons that people work on stretching the soleus is for ankle issues and foot issues such as plantar fasciitis. Also, the soleus has gotten a lot of attention because of squatting depth. So if you want to squat to a lower depth, a lot of times the soleus tension can keep you from dropping quite as low. And maybe in another video I'll demonstrate the differences in squatting just from having a tight soleus. So when we're going through this stretch, I'm going to be only working on my right leg, trying to stretch the right soleus. The one way that you can figure out if this is even a stretch that is worth doing, a little assessment for it, is you start off kneeling on the opposite leg. We're testing the right leg. I'm going to put my toes right up against the wall. Back, pop the shoe off of this, toes right up against the wall. I want to test that I can keep my knee flat and touch my knee to, or heel flat, touch the knee to the wall. Now that's really simple. I'm going to bring it back an inch. I'm going to test it again. Bring it back another inch. Test it again. And for me, I don't have a tight soleus, but ideally, you want to be able to get about 4 inches of distance between the toe and the wall without lifting the heel off the floor as you bring your knee towards the wall. So if you're finding that you're only halfway, maybe you're 2 inches from the wall and your heel's starting to come up as you bring your knee to the wall, this is definitely a stretch for you. So there's two things we could do. We could either use the same assessment and just sink into the stretch, and you might find that this is a great position to get some leverage and put some body weight into the stretch, trying to keep the heel from coming off the ground, or even if it comes off the ground a little bit, just using your body weight to drive the heel into the ground. The other way that I like to do this stretch, it actually looks like a calf stretch. So you could do this stretch as a calf stretch for the back leg or a gastroc stretch. I'm working on the soleus, so this is the leg that I'm thinking about with this stretch. I keep my foot flat, and just like the position I was in kneeling, I'm going to sink my knee down and really put some weight on that leg. Pushing down, trying to get that stretching sensation in the Achilles. So this is another method that you can do the stretch. Third method, this is just a stretch that I like personally. I've actually never seen anybody else do the same exact stretch, but I like to keep my feet pretty tight together. I'll put all of my body weight over the knees and just try to sink into it, trying to get the heels down towards the floor and finding the point where I'm just about a 1/4 inch from the floor. So from the side, sinking down, heels are just about touching the floor. I've got all of my body weight pretty much on the 2 soleus muscles. If I wanted to really sink into one a little bit more, I could cross one foot back or find another position just to sink into it. That's just an extra, but the other 2 methods are really commonly used soleus stretching methods. So hope that helps you. Just remember the main difference in stretching the gastroc, the main calf muscle, and stretching the soleus is whether the knee is bent or not. So if the knee is straight on the leg that you're stretching, it's probably going to be the major muscle of the calf that you're stretching. And if the knee is bent, because of the muscle is affected by the knee bend, if the knee is bent, you're going to be attacking the soleus and you'll feel it in the Achilles. Both of those stretches are essential for improving ankle mobility. And like I said, soleus can improve squatting depth. Both of them also affect plantar fasciitis and can remove some of those plantar fasciitis symptoms. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope those details help as you're working on lower leg mobility. Thanks for watching Honest Fit.